Hey, John.
Hey, Greg.
We're the Real Rejects.
We're the Real Rejects.
We are Life. Speaking of Life, Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal are in a new movie called Life. All right, John, you ready?
I'm so ready for this.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal's great.
I love Reynolds, and there's someone else in this who I forgot, but let's find out.
No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come.
This is Alien.
There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in our nation yet. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again.
Oh, no!
That's it.
Oh, they got it.
The mission's primary goal has been achieved. We're looking at a large single cell, biological.
Huh.
I hate to jump the gun, but I think it's time. We're looking at the first proof of life beyond Earth.
You finally a daddy? It's gonna be a big custody battle over this one.
With the jokes.
It's beautiful.
Oh my. No.
No, you're not going to get your goddamn head off.
As we set sail, we ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
Oh.
This nation will continue to be a pioneer in the new frontier of space.
Damn.
Very Alien reminiscent.
I hope the twist is that guy was just joking. Just kidding, guys. It's not grabbing me. I just fucking with you. It's like the really extended version of that joke from every horror movie. That is not Idris.
No, that isn't Idris Elba.
Well, with the back of his head, like,
racist dick.
and he had that that gritty, like British voice, you know. Like, so for a second, I'm just used to Hollywood only acknowledging Idris Elba as like the only black actor. So like, what? Every time someone's like, "Let's make a character black," people are like Idris Elba, and I'm like, there are other black actors that exist.
You're done, John.
You're done, John.
Oh, no, I mean, it's totally Alien.
Yeah. Dread on a spaceship.
They're on a
new life
spaceship.
form,
Yeah, new
you know?
life form that starts destroying everyone on the ship.
I
Like,
think this is going to be a new awakening
Exactly,
for something.
Alien.
And it's the writers of Deadpool.
Is it?
Yeah, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick.
No way.
The guys who did Zombieland. G.I. Joe Retaliation.
So it's going to be a comedy.
Hey, man, maybe they're breaking out. I'm excited for them to break
Ryan
out.
Reynolds had a funny line in there. Who's directing this?
It is Daniel Espinosa, director of Safe House with Ryan Reynolds.
Just a bunch of people who worked with Ryan Reynolds were like, let's get Ryan Reynolds. What intrigues me about this is seeing Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds act together. What's surprising is you don't really see much of Jake Gyllenhaal in this trailer. Something tells me he's probably going to die early. He's like that guy where it says in the credits, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, it's always like after that lists everyone in the cast,
like,
it's going to say.
We're going to use his name, but don't get too attached. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this trailer, because like the concept is cool until you
It's awfully familiar.
Until
though.
you go, yeah, I've seen this many times. And then I'm interested in this mostly because like the cast looks good.
Yeah, exactly.
And space is always intriguing
Yeah.
to me. Like I'm always interested in a space thriller. But nothing about this trailer is unique enough to me to be like, I gotta see this movie.
Yeah.
Life is the one for me.
Because,
you know?
I mean, space thrillers are very intense and very exciting.
Yeah, 'cause space is fucking scary.
However, I mean, in this trailer, aren't they like right outside of Earth? Did we see a clip where they're really close? Yeah. Or that might just be a shot where they're leaving Earth.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
No, all this shit's breaking off and stuff, and that's Earth right there.
Okay.
Has to be.
Hopefully, unless it's an alien
Unless
planet.
it's another planet.
It
Yeah.
looks kind of Earth-esque.
Unless they went through some type of wormhole and everything's different. But I don't think they'll go that far. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you never know, man. This is the third acts of these movies can get crazy.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of great space movies out there, and this seems to be borrowing from a lot of different space movies. I don't quite see what the signature unique touch is.
Yeah.
Like Sunshine was great. Gravity had its own unique hook to it. Even a lot of people love it. It seems to be one of those movies too that because a lot of people love it, a lot of people seem to hate it now. But I think Gravity had a very unique hook to it. There's nothing really here that seems to have a very strong unique hook. I mean, Prometheus did the whole thing of this is the first life ever, and this is what's responsible for humanity. But now it's just killing human beings.
Yeah.
I would like this to be more than just some type of mystery horror space thriller. I would like it if they could be a little bit more ambitious and try to give some actual like crazy sci-fi answers to what's going on.
Yeah.
Because something tells me they're gonna go down the Prometheus or the first Alien route where you don't really get answers on what's going on. It's just about them surviving. Then Ryan Reynolds has a flamethrower at one point.
Yeah. I can't tell if it feels small or if it just feels claustrophobic, because one of those could be really good. It's like everything is really tight in this. So it looks like a small space.
What it looks to me that might be a unique touch is instead of them all banding together to try to survive, it looks like a lot of them are going to keep turning on each other to try to survive. Because the space is so small, I feel like they're probably going to be like, I want this room, I'm containing in this room, this is mine, you stay out. Especially that last shot with Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds looking at each other, lovers.
Well, yeah, and I guess I am a bit intrigued by, like, what is the nature of the alien? What is it doing to the scientist who's, being sucked into the containment chamber? Is it going to be like the thing where it like infects you and that's like a communicable thing, or is it going to be, more like a monster slasher thing?
It would be cool if they became like a monster kind of thing. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a movie where they're all turning on each other. That would be kind of cool. I mean, it might not fully make sense, but at the same time,
people involved.
Yeah, because this is a very contained environment. And it looks like they're fighting to have their own little containment to keep safe, Like maybe does someone get infected, or like is it possible for them to get infected by the life force? So they're like, no, you got to stay away from me now and stuff. They got such a great ensemble here of actors, and I feel like they'll do their best to take advantage of that. I'd be really shocked if they didn't. There are movies that do that, or they don't.
I get an all right vibe off this trailer, and I don't know why. Like, I feel like at best this movie might be like, all right. I don't know what's missing from this for me, but yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff.
Missing from it is that there's no real unique touch.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a flavor that seems all its own. Even though, like, all movies borrow from each other, I get it. At the same time, this doesn't have enough of a distinct thing. It has a bunch of almost distinct things to me. I'm like, oh, cool, I like, this collection of people, and oh, cool, I like, your spaceship kind of looks cool, and ooh, that's a neat alien life form, but nothing is so distinct that I'm like, I gotta see this now.
I want to see, like, how does the life form affect them?
Like, what's the nature?
Does the life form get into them and, like, cause them to behave weird? Is it, like, the thing where it takes over the, because what does the thing do? Like, it can mirror the body.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing can sort of take on the shape of anything.
It's a shape-shifting kind of creature.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would like to see what this creature does, what this life creature is. But because so far, the most intriguing parts of the trailer to me was the very last moment when Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds are, like, on opposite sides. Jake Gyllenhaal's not letting Ryan Reynolds in. Maybe Jake Gyllenhaal's sacrificing himself.
Yeah. Or maybe he's like, why are you blowing off a flamethrower inside of a space station? Seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, that's true. Because this doesn't seem like it's like in the so far distant future like the first Alien.
Yeah.
Where like, it was a giant spacecraft. We've been sleeping for hundreds of years.
You don't have to worry about oxygen levels.
I love this shot of them. They're looking at each other going, we are two of the best looking men in Hollywood right now.
Let's kiss.
We are two of the most successful Hollywood actors right now.
On either side of the circular glass.
Look at us staring at each other. We don't even exchange dialogue. People just want us to notice each other.
What if they both can't see each other and they can only see each other like their own reflections?
They were never there on the same day to shoot this movie.
They're both just looking at their reflections in the glass.
We are the best looking astronauts that I've ever
Not Penny's boat. Yeah, they get really attractive astronauts in Hollywood.
Hiroyuki Sanada, who I remember from Wolverine, Rush Hour 3, Last Samurai,
Sunshine.
and Rebecca Ferguson, who was in the great science fiction action movie Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, and she's going to be in MI6.
An international space crew discovers life on Mars.
Oh, so they go to Mars.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have read this little plot description before we was talking. International space crew discovers life on Mars. And then they're right outside of Earth. Mm-hmm. And then shit starts to go wrong.
Yeah.
Scary. Another movie where they find some bad force on Mars. We need to stop trying to go to Mars, people. I don't think we learn anything from going to Mars. Mars seems like the worst place to go to, according to every film I've seen.
The idea I get from Hollywood is just don't try it.
Just don't
Mars.
trust
It's red.
Mars. You can't trust it. And then The Martian even takes place on Mars, and it just seems like a very boring planet.
Well, just because the people inside didn't come out, you know. There's like a door underneath the Marvin the Martian. Never mind. I'm tired. Shh. Be quiet. Just let it happen.
Or John Carter's Ghost of Mars.
John Carter's Ghost of Mars.
John Carter from Mars. John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars.
John Carter, why did they remove Of Mars from the title of that? Because
John Carter is a very unique name, and it's very intriguing for a sci-fi action spectacle.
Every time I heard that, I just thought of the guy I went to high school with.
I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal especially is very particular about the films he does. Even if the film itself doesn't get the strongest feedback. Like Southpaw, for example, is a film that got like a decent feedback. Like a lot of people thought it was great, a lot of people seem to think it was just okay. A lot of people thought it was conventional, but the one thing no one can dispute is that Jake Gyllenhaal fucking rocks it in that film.
Yeah, I mean, he's really proven himself in the last several years. Like, he's turned around to now when I hear Jake Gyllenhaal's in a movie, I am interested. And like,
but then every once in a while he does like a random supporting role, like Everest, where you're just like, what's he doing here? You know? And then he has like some films that come out that aren't the greatest, but usually for these like bigger kind of films, I imagine that Jake Gyllenhaal, like, he's a little bit more particular about this. And the director and the writers have worked with Ryan Reynolds before, and it looks like Ryan Reynolds will be the main lead in this. There's good track records with a lot of these people involved, so I'm hoping that it ends up a good film. But right now, I think it needs a better trailer.
Yeah, I hope it can all coalesce. That's the thing. It's like, I like a lot of the stuff that's here, and I don't know how it's going to come together to form a complete whole right now. Because I don't know how that ensemble's going to play, you know? It's like, am I going to be distracted that it's Ryan Reynolds and all these other people? And maybe not, but I don't know. Like, this trailer doesn't kind of give me enough to know.
This should take place in the Gravity universe, where at one point they see just Sandra Bullock flipping through space.
And they catch her on their big robot.
Yeah. Alright, rejects, if you're new to the channel, subscribe today and get accepted. Say this fast. John's the social media manager at Facebook.com/Bloomhouse and Facebook.com/TheRealRejects. He's at Reasons to Jerry on Instagram and Twitter. Have a good night.